What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civ 5 AI Only World Battle with the Health and Plagues mod. As I ended the last video, Morocco did grab this city back, but I don't think they'll hold it for very long. I think Rome probably should get it again soon. I mean, they got a caravel here, so it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't take it back. And the disease that was in India, I don't know if it ever actually got anywhere else, just died out. There's no roads, except this one. India seemed very, very isolated. Just got caravans going around. So, yeah, there's nothing too big at the moment going on. Rome are attacking Morocco, but that is about it in terms of big events, except obviously the Incan War, where it doesn't seem like too much more is going to happen, I'm afraid. I'm afraid it looks like that could be as good as over for now. Africa's pretty quiet at the moment, although Morocco looked like maybe they could be in trouble in a second. Poland have got a lot of cities, but again, staying relatively quiet. And actually now cut off from going out into the Atlantic, I just noticed, by Germany and then a combination of Britain and Rome. It's gonna be interesting. I'm pretty sure we've got to see a Poland-Germany war pretty soon. There's no doubt in my mind. Poland, there we go, they just pieced out with Spain. That doesn't really matter. I mean, down here they may have fought a little bit, but that's pretty big. Maybe now they will feel more confident to attack Russia. I don't know, they're just, maybe the AI is a bit worried that attacking Russia, maybe Germany will come in and vice versa. Now, Vietnam did just enter the industrial era, and now they've completed the porcelain tower wonder. So they are off to a pretty good start. Hanoi is, I believe, the biggest city in the game. I'm not gonna, and if I notice there's a bigger one, I'll say, but I'm not going to go looking, as I have done sometimes. We get 26 population, that is pretty good. It was at 20 at the same time as Delhi, and so obviously there's definitely more food available here. Obviously they did conquer Vijayanagara down here in Southeast Asia from the Indonesians, kicking them out. Japan have definitely stagnated, although musket men, maybe not too bad, but they need to be focusing on boats. But who knows, now that they know of North America, I think they do. Well, the North Americans know of them. I'm pretty sure Japan know about it. Maybe not exactly, but they must have an idea. Rome, there we go. As I said, have once again taken this Moroccan city, and it looks like Greece are about to launch a fully fledged invasion into Africa, maybe as well. Not fully fledged, but fledged. A little bit fledged, just not fully fledged. You know, sort of semi-fledged. Some of their units, anyway, seem to be heading this way. But maybe not. Maybe they just need more space, because they have an insane amount of units. They'd get... You know what? Greece would be okay. If they attack Spain, they could definitely take Toledo here. And Spain would be pretty much unable to defend themselves. And then, of course, Greece would also be able to hold this city from the Romans, because they've got a good enough army to hold off the Romans. Russia and Arabia pieced out. I didn't even know they're at war. You know, it's just one of those random ones. Like, there's units of people's armies are just sort of wandering around, but unless... Are Mongolia attacking the Huns? No, they can't be, because the Huns aren't attacking Mongolia here. Okay, maybe Mongolia are going after Poland. Maybe that's a surprise. It's a bit brave. Obviously, Poland don't have many units out here in these eastern cities, eastern territories, we should probably call them. They're not really. They're definitely not part of the main game for Casimir. But yeah, Texas are looking pretty good now. They are huge. So now they've taken the Shoshone capital and this city. They sort of split east from west. So the Chinook and the Aztecs to the west, the Iroquois, Shoshone and Sioux to the east. World's Most Wonders, there we go. The Congo out in the lead on 4. Interestingly, the Incans and Vietnam joint second for 3. And we'll see everyone, if Cusco was to fall, that would be 3 wonders going to somebody else. We'll see, big surprise, we saw last video, the Iroquois conquered sort of Venezuela here, this sort of region. So that was a bit random. I didn't expect the Iroquois to beat Brazil to take in the city, but they did. And I don't know what that's going to do for them, whether they needed to take this city. I guess now they can put more pressure on these countries and civs to do what they want. But other than that, there's not too much. Persia only just into the Renaissance era, but they do have a settler up. Good job, Persia. I have no idea where it's going. I mean, because in this mod you can settle pretty close. You never know, they might be going for this little tip here. Inca getting brave. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so Huns, Vietnam. That's where this is going then. And, okay, no, this is going for China, but Vietnam are now also part of that. The Huns are relatively safe from this as well, so it's more of a... These guys might all die, but they're not going to get taken out by Vietnam. Spain, Vietnam, that's a bit random. Inca, Vietnam. It's very brave from the Incans, considering they are a dying civ by the looks of things. The Chinook just sending their boatless, their driverless boat. You're not, I guess you're a captain of a boat, but you're not really a captain of a boat that small. The navigators are not in the boat, I guess. I don't know. Poland, oh my, okay, this is kind of big now. Morocco and Brazil v Vietnam, that doesn't matter. Poland, Vietnam is kind of big on a political level. It's not very big in terms of anything happening. Nothing is going to happen there. But it is pretty big. Shoshone, Vietnam, again, that doesn't matter. A lot of the little nations saying, you know what, we've had enough of the big nations, and they've just decided that they're going to pick the biggest, baddest one to hate on. Actually, they're not really the biggest, baddest Vietnam. I mean, they've only conquered Pyongyang, okay, and Nanjing, and Vijayanagar. But other than that, I guess it's because they attacked the people's champion of Indonesia. Ooh, ooh. It's interesting. Let's keep an eye then on Papua New Guinea, now that Australia and Vietnam are at war. That's quite a big one. The first time Australia have declared a war. So, interesting times. And there we go, Greece grabbed the Forbidden Palace. Greece now almost completely in control of Turkey, as well as the Balkans. And then Poland are in control of the Baltics. The Chinook piecing out with the Iroquois, didn't give any of their cities away, which is good. Looks like Texas may be preparing to try and attack this city here, to banish Chinook to beyond the mountain ranges of the west. But the Iroquois is staying relatively quiet at the moment. They just settled a city here. Not sure what benefits that will bring. Spain have got a good spot here if they wanted to eventually invade Britain. See, they struggled to take Paris, so I don't think we'll see that pretty soon. But Spain are in a good spot. They just settled another city, actually, Valencia here. Another coastal city. They can produce some more boats. They don't have too much of a navy. Not really. They have a couple of triremes. That's about it. Compared to Rome's anyway. Are Rome going to hold on? Yes. Okay, so Rome's going to hold on to this city. Obviously, Assyria definitely holding on to Thebes for now. The Congo are just sitting here. They're not... They might be at war with Ethiopia, but I don't think so. I'm like 95% sure they're not. They're just I think they're just waiting for the truce to expire, and then they'll attack Egypt again. That's probably what's going to happen. The Congo, they're very brave, letting the Zulu and the Iroquois and Rhodesia just have militaries like this down here in the south. They're just, I mean, because they could definitely like take Salisbury, Loango if they teamed up. They could get pretty close to Mbanza, Congo. They just sort of went straight for it before Congo could even get back. Obviously, through all these mountains, it's a very difficult region to get through. Congo have got a very good city though, located right in the middle of it all, which does help. Does help for them. Also, the Songhai here will keep the Congo worried. The longer it goes on, the harder it will be for the Congo, I presume, to take out the Songhai at the moment. Because the Songhai are doing pretty well. And obviously, Greece and Rome are here. Just avoiding any trouble, just staying out of anything. Although Rome are ever more present in Africa. Rome piecing out with China. Just got to keep checking that they don't give away any cities in the peace deal. You never know. China luckily cannot give away any cities because they're just down to Beijing. Which Korea and Vietnam could probably both do with taking. But it looks like the Huns may have enough here. But up against these Chokanus, they may struggle because these guys can attack twice, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. No, I am confident. But Mongolia never played as China. Like that's probably bad. But yeah, okay. Oh no, they're going for Vietnam now. Okay, let's go. Good choice. Just move away. Go for Vietnam. There is Poland, Mongolia. I'm getting lots of mistakes nice and early on here. Poland, Mongolia. That'd be pretty big for Mongolia if they took this biggest city that Poland have out in this region. See, I doubt Russia are going to allow any Polish units to come through that way. Berlin is a huge city, by the way. If someone could take... Poland took Berlin or Rome. Lots of land, but there's a lot of units to fight through just to take one city. That's the biggest thing you got to consider when you're taking out someone with not many cities. Normally, they've still got a lot of units just to take one city. Would it be better instead maybe to attack? There's not really any other examples for Poland, but even Rome up here in this sort of Antium, Leeds, Cumae, these cities are pretty empty. I mean, that doesn't apply to Poland actually, but maybe Britain. You know, why would Britain attack? Okay, this is another bad example. I'm going to try to find one. Oh, never mind. This war is already... When did this happen? Apparently this has already happened. Texas v. the Chinook. Didn't even know. But yes, this city is going to fall. Definitely going to fall. See all these forts going to help keep Texas safe. And yeah, that will lock off the Aztecs down into Mexico. And look at... Oh my, look at this. Okay, they got open borders, so maybe they're more friendly now. So I don't know when this was done. But citadels all the way down to the Aztec capital from Texas. Controlling quite a bit of land. It's going to annoy the Aztecs. Very thin passage to move units through. And lost access to their road, which is bad for them. But yeah, this is probably not good for the Chinook. But obviously, being pushed back to the west coast. They really need to get rid of this Aztec city. Take it for themselves. Because the Aztecs are going to eventually become stronger than the Chinook. I don't think they are at the moment, but technologically anyway. But eventually they will be there. Korea are finally going to try and retake South Korea from India. Maybe this will go to the Huns. I don't know why the Huns really need it. You know, I don't know what they're doing. But Mongolia, the Huns would be better off now attacking Poland, really. Although they are more at risk to than Polish military, which is kind of spread out now. Actually, it's dispersed itself, unless it sent it somewhere. But I don't. Yeah, it's just sort of dispersed. It used to be all sort of gathering in this area here, near to Moscow, but it's decided, nope, not going to do that anymore. It's just surprising how quiet the world is at the moment. Very, very quiet. Except this. I mean, this is what we're going to watch now. I'll keep an eye on Vietnam. Is Australia attacking? They got some caravels, but they're not having the best of time by the looks of things yet. Well, they haven't really started yet, I guess. Where's Japan going? That's to Vietnam. Just want to see like a cross-Pacific trade route. Even though it's not that special, the Pacific isn't huge anymore. Could maybe see Australia doing it. Yeah, Australia going up to Seoul. Okay, so they did make that weird turn. Actually, it's not that weird. I thought it was going more that way. Texas just entered the industrial... something weird there. That was just really like just hit a brick wall in my mouth there. But yeah, okay, so Texas are going to take this city over. They're still expanding, and the Iroquois are sort of stagnant at the moment. I mean, they're probably pushing forward scientifically, building some more units, but Texas definitely making the gains militarily. They did actually grab this wonder last time, the Grand Mesa. There's another wonder down here, the Barringer crater, which may be probably more likely for the Aztecs to tell. Like I said, even for Texas. Although, luckily for Texas, having the Shoshone capital is going to make things a lot easier. It took a lot of hard work, but it's going to make future invasions of the west coast a whole lot easier. Because there is more space here once you get through there to maybe attack this Aztec city, for example. I can only imagine they're not going to get. I don't think Texas will get too much land. They'll go up to about these mountains if they take the city. So I can presume this city here is going to come with quite a big chunk of desert as well, and obviously an option to build boats in the Pacific, although only a very, very slim part of it. The Aztecs obviously blocking them off. No one's gone for Hawaii yet. I think we'll see settlers heading this way pretty soon. Maybe Australian settlers, who knows. Congo are out here. See, Congo have been happy to settle islands so far, so maybe we'll see them settle for more. Is there anyone else out in the Caribbean? No. Not really many islands left, to be fair. And there's these two, but they're not great. Okay, so the Incans are going to survive with 3 cities remaining, and one isn't anything special. Now, Argentina and Brazil just seem to not really be bothered too much. Okay, the Huns and Korea pieced out. Hopefully that means the Hunnic AI will focus its try and taking this city without being distracted elsewhere. Mongolia probably going to fall short unless the Huns give them a hand. It looks like Russia. Yeah, no, Russia's not trying anything. Russia and Poland staying very quiet, and there we go. Comcomly has lost the city of Sisseton, I think. And yeah, so they didn't take too much. There's a big city out here then for the Chinook. But Texas looking good. I'm going to quickly check. I don't usually do this, but let's just quickly check. Oh no, please don't break game. Land area. Yes, Texas are now quite out ahead by quite some bit in terms of land. It's the biggest civ in the game at the moment. Good old Texas. Egypt just entered the Renaissance era. No plagues going around at the moment. Obviously, it's only been a few turns since the last one ended, so no surprises there. Greece denounced Great Britain. Greece and Argentina are now friends. That's a weird friendship. New research agreement. Who's it going to be between? I don't normally read any of this stuff. India and Great Britain signed a research agreement. Interesting. India's starting to build quite a big army up. Gandhi's thinking about some. Persia's got this settler out. I think he's thinking. He's thinking about this desert. He's like, right, it's been enough time now. I think I can settle in this desert. Still all this space actually in here between Greece, Assyria, Poland and Russia and the Huns. Their borders, I presume Assyria will probably take the biggest chunk of it. Russia will take a bit from the north. Poland maybe grab some of the western stuff. Greece down here. Sort of divide it up a little bit. Is there any more? It doesn't seem to be any more settling really going on. How are Australia? No, they're not really interested. They're sort of circling around. Maybe destroying some Vietnamese boats. We'll see. Potentially. Arabia just sitting here quietly. Just you know, doing their thing. Just happy to take the southern part of the Arabian Peninsula. Not too bothered with Assyria. Maybe they don't want to. Neither of them want to weaken each other, just in case Greece decide to invade. So I mean, Persia would be a good option if they tried a team war. Could maybe land some units out here in India and then push through with some open border. But it looks like India may actually go for Arabia in a minute. So it is all very, very complicated, I guess, for these guys. Surprised no one settles down here. Normally Chile do it. Obviously Argentina cut them off before they could get through with the settler, so that wasn't going to happen. Oh, Brazil settled the Falkland Islands. Okay, so Brazil are still happy to settle some islands. Manaus now, and that is probably not great. Argentina just letting them get away with this, because they are probably gonna overtake eventually now. Say Brazil are now fully in the driving seat. It'd be interesting to see who's winning on these two out of score actually in a minute. Still a bit of space in between. In here, just a sliver. South of Paris, north of Orleans, west of Neapolis. It's interesting how 3 different civs have just gobbled up all of France, and yet in Germany it's just the complete opposite of what happened to Paris, despite them being in very, very similar spots. Is there anything going down? Are we going to see? Okay, the Sioux are going for another attack on the Shoshone. It's not going to work. The Iroquois have riflemen, which is insane. They are definitely ahead. Do Vietnam have riflemen? I haven't looked at the Congo in a while, even though they're still on musketmen. But that's still, sometimes it's a combination. Sometimes they've not upgraded their units either. The Congo are still using their pombos, so they're... although they do have musketmen. Oh, look at these. They've all got different coloured uniforms. How cool is that? The Iroquois and Korea pieced out. Okay, so it's a Congo settler. I have a feeling the Iroquois are in the lead then. Just as things stand, I think Texas will be catching now though. It won't be an accelerating lead. I think Texas will be catching up to them. Getting closer, closing the gap. I mean, Chinook have musketmen, so they can't be too far behind, but they're not going to be doing as well. Japan still sitting quietly. They're just happy they're alive. They got Taiwan. Well, that looks awesome. this Vietnamese citadel. It was a good idea to grab some more sea, I guess. I don't know how much they had before anyway, but good idea, Vietnam. That would make an awesome airbase. Imagine you could put planes in these, like with the Civ 6 airstrips. That would be pretty cool. That'd actually be awesome, just having like air bases. Shame. So they're in Civ 6. I'm not gonna say, oh, they should have put them in, because they have now. I like to quite a bit. It's just these quiet periods. There's no cities close to falling. I don't even think this city will fall in the end. I think Mongolia will mess it up. Yeah, the Huns have been held off. The mountains make it pretty tough. I'm surprised. Oh, Russia, you just need to go for something. Just go on, Catherine. Just invade the Huns. Just give it a go. Take Attila's court. Everything will be alright if you can get that done. Big nice city here. Get some elephants, some ivory, some gold maybe. It's maybe attached to this city though. And then you sort of, yeah, if you do that, then they block off everyone else from coming after them. This is one of the interesting games. Normally someone unites most of Siberia and modern day Russia, but not this time. Almost certainly not. I mean, if anyone was going to do it, well, it's unlikely anyone will do it now, because both Vietnam and Poland are in the area, and those two would probably too far apart to have a war with a decisive winner. That's what I'm thinking. I think it would be split towards the later game. We could definitely probably see sort of Poland controlling the east, the west, and what am I saying? Russia popped up. That was why. And Vietnam controlling the eastern side, and all these other people being gone. That could happen, but at the same time, Russia are here. May never happen. You never know. Poland may never ever manage to make it that far. They are definitely falling away from the leaders, and so the Congo. A lot of people were putting them in their top fives a few videos ago, but they may still be in that top five, but they're not as high as they were. They're definitely not number one. Vietnam, I think if I was to say top three, I'd say Vietnam, Texas, and the Iroquois. They are the top three in this game. Look at this, the Chinook are trying. Credit to them. They're probably going to fail here. One of these two has to win urgently if they're to have any hope, and even that would be only a sliver of hope. The Incan War is still going on, but yes, it is really tough for anyone to have any luck through these mountains. It could do with someone having the Aztecs could maybe do it if they'd have built boats and a navy, but they chose not to. Why is it showing me Houston? I don't know. But okay, Chinook and Great Britain are now friends. Good for them. Are we going to see any more warring in this video? Any more big wars breaking out? Could you imagine Iroquois v Texas? That would be huge. Probably nothing would happen though. That's what sucks. They just fight along this border, kill each other's units, and slow down each other's progression. It's probably what the Congo, Vietnam, and Poland could do with. I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't want to big up Poland too much anymore. I think they're definitely, out of those 5 civs, they're definitely 5th now. Whether we can still count them in the top 5, you know, Spain and Rome are both pretty strong. Greece is still very strong. Maybe no one else though. Maybe no one else can compete just yet. I was gonna say maybe the Songhai, but not really. They're a bit behind. They don't have musketmen yet. It's not the Songhai. Maybe Argentina or Brazil. Maybe a combo of Argentina and Brazil on a team could maybe compete. See, I'd expect to see these two fight each other pretty soon. Songhai v Ethiopia. Nothing's gonna happen there. Russia, Ethiopia, that's just saying the Songhai and Russia are friends, basically, because there's no way Russia are going to do anything to the Songhai, to Ethiopia. Where are Congo going? I think they might be going for Arabia. No, they'd be taking damage, surely. Maybe they're going for Syria, I don't know. They're just having a look around, seeing what they can do. They can do what they want, they can just explore. They are the Western Old World's dominant civ, at least at the moment. as I said, they need to start doing some more stuff. They are falling behind. Not as badly as Poland, because they are probably better off than Poland. Poland are in a tougher spot. That's all I'm going to say. Poland have to fight someone strong next, even if that's Germany. Songhai. Why am I doing this? Why do I always get things wrong? Ethiopia could fight Egypt, who are pretty weak. Ethiopia. I think I said Ethiopia again. Congo, if we could fight Ethiopia, Egypt, the Zulu. Zulu and Rhodesia are pretty strong, actually, but, yeah, you know, they could... Or they could go for the Songhai if they wanted a bit more of a challenge. It's up to them, but they don't seem to be doing any of that. All of our big civs just at peace at the moment, taking a bit of chill. Well, not peace, but not on the offensive. I mean, Vietnam struggling here, but they should be fine. Maybe. Texas also under attack from the Chinook, but they should hold on, get a peace deal. Maybe not. Maybe the Chinook could take this city, and that would really be bad. Okay, Texas just killed off the units. Maybe not. Yeah, that would be really bad if they lost Mosin Khani back to the Chinook. Seoul, 23 population, a very nice city. China, why don't you give it a go with your boats and just send some units over here? Just try something. Outbreak. Wow. Okay, that could slow Congo down. Mabanza Congo is hit by the next plague. That could definitely slow down the Congo. Although most of their units are miles away, so they're not going to get hurt. But, you know, the population might die. Which isn't ideal for anybody. Anyone at all, really. How is Morocco? Morocco, spoke too soon. Rome is landing lots of Romans in North Africa. That was not expected, but yeah, we're going to see Rome. Looks like maybe fighting their way through for Fez and more control of North Africa. Maybe eventually it'll be the Romans that stop a strong Congo. Although I think the Songhai, by the time the Congo have taken out Egypt and are in a position to do it, I feel like the Songhai may actually be strong enough anyway. You know, they've got 5 cities, the Songhai, pretty good ones as well. These 3 here, including the old Nigerian capital, are pretty good. So this one here, probably going to get cut off eventually. Texas, no one's settling any more islands. Hawaii is still empty. China, where are you trading with? China, Australia, okay. Arabia and the Zulu versus Egypt. That doesn't matter either, really. The Congo are in the way of anything even close to happening. The Zulu cannot do anything either. Down in the south, they're just sort of stuck here in South Africa, East South Africa, with Rhodesia. I don't even know who's stronger here. Obviously the Zulu have got their impies, but whether they'd be able to stand up to Rhodesia's swordsmen, not sure. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. What happens in the south of the Congo. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.